time to move on. 2021. This is gonna be my year. New year, new me. Do you have your New Year's resolution already? Well, let me tell you something. You're most likely gonna fail to keep it. Let me explain why, and also what you can do about it. Every time a new year starts, we're super motivated. Anything feels possible. We set ourselves goals to exercise more, eat healthier, spend less time on social media, or meditate every morning. A lot of us have New Year's resolutions, but unfortunately most of us will give up on them. In fact, 25% abandon their goals within only 1 week. And 6 months later, 60% of all people already gave up their resolutions. Actually, there are only 8% that keep their resolution the entire year. And that's why the sad truth is that the most likely outcome is that you're going to fail to keep your New Year's resolution. But what can you do about it? So I think that a big problem is that a lot of people don't really know what to do. They just set this resolution, they want to do this or this, and then they don't really have an action plan. They don't really know what to do to accomplish this. So I believe that whatever you want to accomplish, whatever goal you have, it is a big mindset thing. There's this interesting thing that Einstein said once, which is you cannot solve a problem on the level of consciousness that created it. It's your consciousness that needs to change first before your behavior can change. Meaning that you have to be aware that you have to change something in order to create a habit, for example, that can help you with whatever you want to accomplish. All this sounds a little bit confusing, but once you get it, it makes sense, like it is with everything. Another big reason why we fail to keep our resolutions is, I believe, because we simply forget them. Depending on the study you take, but we have somewhere between 6,000 to 70,000 thoughts a day. So even if it's just 6,000 thoughts, think about how much it takes that you remember this one thought, this one resolution that you set yourself, out of 5,999 other thoughts that you have every day. But guess what? There's actually a really simple solution to that, how you can remember your resolution that you set yourself, which is simply write it down. The point here is that you get reminded to your resolution. That's actually also a reason why I have my bucket list in the middle of my apartment, so I can look at it every day and I keep reminded to those items that I want to do before I die. Let me give you an example of how I would treat my resolution, what I would write down. So my New Year's resolution is to go on more adventures, or just in general spend more time in nature. So first up, I need to get more specific about what is my resolution. So going on more adventures, what does it really mean? I need to define more. So in my case, I would like to go on an adventure once a month. I could say once a week, but that's probably going to be too much. I mean, for example, if your resolution is to exercise more, and you're a person that has never really exercised before, and now all of a sudden you want to go to the gym every single day, that's probably not gonna happen. Or I mean, if it does, I would be super impressed. But a more realistic goal would be to go to the gym once a week. And from someone that has never exercised before to now exercising once a week, which is 52 times a year, that's still 52 times more than the previous year. For me, I also say I want to go once a month, because if I go twice a month, it's still okay. I can always do more. The next thing I want to think about is, why do I want to succeed with this resolution? What's the purpose to me? I know that if I get to spend time in the nature, I'm more fulfilled, and once I return and getting back to work, I'm a lot more productive. Because also going on an adventure means that I break out of my daily routines, daily habits. And I'm always getting new inspiration out in the wild. It literally fuels my excitement to do things. As you can see, understanding why you want to do this also motivates you and gets you excited about why you're doing it. And now we need a plan. Think about what does it take for you to accomplish this resolution, to stick to this resolution the entire year. For me, that could be creating a list with all the things, all the activities that I want to do. I could also make a list with people, with friends that would join me. Then definitely another thing would be to schedule time. I need to set one day a month at least and block it for this adventure. And I would have to do this in advance. So I know, okay, on this day I'll be out in the nature. Another step could be actually a really important one, to form a habit. So at the beginning of every month, I block this one day where I can take time to go on this adventure. Another thing could also be creating a WhatsApp group by the name Once a Month Adventure or something, where all my friends are in there and we discuss about where we can go next, what we could do. So it keeps us motivated and inspired to go on more adventures. As you can see, these are a lot of simple steps that I can take. If you want to hear me talking about the simple steps in more detail, you can click on the video right here. But now I need to think about, what am I doing next? What is the next step that I take? In my case, I'm probably gonna create a list with activities that I can do. So every time I want to go on an adventure, I can just look at the list and be like, yes, I want to do this. All right, let's sum it up. So first of all, write down your resolution, then get more specific about it. What is it exactly? Then find the purpose why you want to do this. Then think about the simple steps that you can take and what you're gonna do next. And lastly, also really important, didn't talk about this yet, but tell your friend. Share everything you wrote down with your friends, because this will create accountability. Because once you told someone, the chance is high that this person might ask you about how it's going. And I'm sure you rather want to tell them that it's going well than saying, oh, I already quit. As I said in the beginning, there are only 8%. Why did I show like this? There are only 8% that keep their resolutions the entire year. And of course, I would like you to be part of this 8%. So to help you with that, I created a page on the xCover website where you can put in your New Year's resolution, and then it will guide you step by step through everything that I just explained. You will find the link down in the description. It will also ask you about your email address, and the reason for that is that it can send you monthly reminders and check in with you and ask you about how it's going with your resolution. Like this, we can create this accountability that I talked about earlier. So yeah, with that said, I'm looking forward to hear about your resolutions. Also let me know in the comments, because it's extra accountability if you share it with others and if you let others know. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and Happy New Year 2021. It's gonna be an exciting year. So yeah, I'll see you next time.